everybody, this is Rose of Sharon, and I'm back again with another book review. I just recently finished Neil Gaiman's Ananasi Boys, and I'm not going to say what happens in the beginning of the book because that'll give away a major plot point, but you've got two characters that we're introduced to straight away. You've got Fat Charlie and another character named Spider, and just to give away a tiny spoiler, Fat Charlie learns that Spider is his long-lost brother. And there's more to follow after that. And there are quite a few revelations that occur in the duration of the tale. And there are a lot of old folk tales and tall tales, including the Tar Baby, which is one I grew up with when I was a little kid. And apparently it was a tale that originally belonged to Spider, and I'm not going to say why because it's integral and it's very revealing to just how intricately woven, pardon the pun, that this book really is. And I've read a few of Gaiman's works before, and I'm a huge fan, and he is nothing if not resplendent in his works. And this is extremely entertaining, and it has a very satisfying ending, even though at times you may love to hate Spider just because he's a trickster. And I've always liked tricksters. What can I say? They're very mischievous. They're mercurial. They're interesting. You never know what they're going to do. That's the one thing about their temperament. You just have to be on your toes the entire time because they turn on you and they can just usurp everything and then turn your best intentions against you when, yeah, they know the score. And it's just so unique and different to see just the psyche of master puppeteer marionette being controlled by the actual marionetter, I guess. I'm not sure what you would call that. Puppeteer, sorry. Yeah, I just said it. But as far as books are concerned, I would give this definitely 2 thumbs straight up. 5 stars, hands down. No vetching about that. There's no contest. It is absolutely sensational. It's phenomenally written. And even though it's one of his older books, I would highly recommend it, especially if you're into a lot of old tall tales or legends and myths and lore, because there's a lot of that, and that's what makes it intriguing. And of course, there's a lot of music involved too, which gives it that much more richness and just connectivity. I think a lot of people can relate to music because it interlinks us and interweaves us. It is what makes us human. I think that's what separates us from a lot of other creatures, even though other creatures can make music. It begins with how the universe was sung into creation. If you've ever read the Kabbalah or the original Torah, you know God sang the universe. And I thought, yeah, that's true, and I've always loved that. But I really don't have that much to say about Ananasi Boys other than it was very reminiscent of American Gods, and I saw a lot of similarities. I thought, no wonder I like this book so much. There's quite a bit of that the air of mysticism and wonder and curiosity, and maybe thinking, perhaps this isn't such a great idea, or maybe we should turn back when they encounter another character who is, yeah, I'm not going to say, because if I do, zip the lip, throw away the key. But beyond that, like I said, if you're a fan, if you've enjoyed anything that he's done, even if it's Sandman, which I don't know if he's still writing Sandman or not. I haven't read any Sandman comic books recently, but I've always enjoyed those. Those have been my favorite works for a long time. And Sandman is actually one of my favorite DC characters other than Constantine and Wonder Woman. Wonder Woman is a favorite. Like Shazam as well. Shazam, I'm not sure whether Shazam is older than Superman or not, because my dad used to tell me stories about going to the cinema and seeing Shazam. I thought, whoa, because I had no idea, but apparently Shazam is really quite aged. But it's just like that. Stories like that. The lore, I think, is what connects us as well, because it's the oral tradition that's passed down from generation to generation before books were actually put into print. And I think print is what changed the world, but there are still tribes out there that pass on their traditions, just like I'm doing now. And I think that stories like this will never die. It may have altered meaning, like the game Telephone, but one way or another, you're going to get the original story and kind of a facsimile, but beyond that, it's really quite an exceptional book, and I would highly recommend it to anybody who is a Neil Gaiman fan. So until next time, live long, prosper. Ciao, tutti.